Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Wednesday, February 18th. Coming up on Cullman Today, a Cullman police officer is charged with third-degree domestic violence and placed on administrative leave. Plus, the Cullman County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a missing juvenile. And Berlin leaders approved new maintenance contracts and moved ahead with a plan to pave the town parking lot. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. A Cullman Police Department officer is facing a third-degree domestic violence charge after an incident reported Monday night. Police say officers were dispatched to a home on Scenic Drive around 6:45 p.m. on February 16th. After an investigation, authorities say probable cause was established, and 52-year-old Roy Leon Bates was charged with third-degree domestic violence. Police say Bates was taken to the Morgan County Jail. Cullman Police Chief Joey Duncan says Bates, who serves as a Lake Patrol officer, has been placed on administrative leave while an internal investigation is conducted. The Cullman County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help locating missing juvenile Jonathan Victor Smith. Deputies say Jonathan was last seen in the Welty-Walter area. If you have any information on where Jonathan may be, contact investigator Chayton Grimmett at 256-735-1750. After hours or on weekends, call the Cullman County Sheriff's Office at 256-734-0342. The Berlin Town Council met Monday night at Berlin Town Hall and approved bids for mowing, bush hogging, and upkeep of town property. Officials selected Laney Services for mowing, K&M Field Services LLC for cleaning, and Branch Construction for bush hogging. During the meeting, Mayor Patrick Bates told the council it needs to revisit a Rogers Group proposal to pave and stripe the town parking lot for just under $93,000. Council members also raised questions about adding a flume for improved drainage, which the mayor said could add significant cost. The council voted to move forward with the Rogers Group proposal, with the projected timeline listed as 45 calendar days. Leaders noted some concern about timing with the Berlin Farmers Market set to begin in mid-April. A growers meeting for the 2026 market is scheduled for March 20th at 1 p.m. at Berlin Town Hall. For more information, contact Kirsten Montgomery at 256-736-3138 or clerk@berlinal.gov. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, we'll have results from the first day of the regional high school basketball tournament. Sports is next. Welcome back. Ballers from across the region kicked off the first day of the AHSAA Regional Basketball Tournament yesterday at Tom Drake Coliseum at Wallace State Community College. 1A number 7 Meek Lady Tigers opened Northwest Regional play with a big 63-51 win over Brilliant to punch their ticket to the Elite Eight. The game was tied 29-29 at halftime, but Meek pulled away late with strong perimeter defense and timely scoring. Zara Harden led the way with 23 points and 9 rebounds, while also taking on the tough assignment of guarding Brilliant standout Hadley Sanderson, who scored 25 but was held to 9 of 27 shooting. Meek sealed it at the free throw line in the final moments and will face Marion County. 1A number 10 Meek boys playoff run came to an end, falling to number 4 Hubbartville 75-46. Meek hung tough early and was tied after the first quarter, then trailed 27-21 at halftime after Hubbartville closed the half with a late run. The Lions pulled away in the second half, outscoring the Tigers 48-25 to seal it. Parker Ferguson led Meek with 20 points and 7 rebounds as the Tigers couldn't keep pace once Hubbardville heated up from the perimeter and turned defense into points in transition. 1A Addison Bulldogs are headed to the Elite Eight for the first time in 54 years after a gritty 47-40 win over Marion County. Addison struggled early, didn't hit a three, and finished with more turnovers, but made up for it with rebounding, tough defense, and aggressive drives that produced key free throws late. Elijah Roberts led the Bulldogs with 16 points and a 10-rebound double-double, plus 3 steals. Kaya Lake added 13 points, 10 rebounds, a block, and 2 steals. Addison will face Hubbardville next. And 2A number 10 Cold Springs girls avenged last year's Elite Eight loss to Decatur Heritage with a 57-14 win to advance to this year's Elite Eight. For more tournament highlights, check CullmanTribune.com and the Cullman Tribune Facebook page. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, downtown Hanceville turns green again March 14th as the Hanceville Irish Festival returns with live music, vendors, and family fun. Plus, need quick spring photos? The Link is offering 10-minute mini sessions with proceeds going to support local programs. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Cullman County Schools is hosting its next Child Nutrition Substitute Orientation class on Wednesday, March 18th from 9 to 11 a.m. The session will be held at the Cullman County Board of Education at 402 Arnold Street Northeast in Cullman. School officials say anyone interested in substituting in the child nutrition program must sign up and pick up an orientation packet no later than Tuesday, March 17th. Packets can be collected at the front desk of the Board of Education Central Office. For more information, contact Inez Malcolm at 256-736-2422. Green will once again take over downtown Hanceville when the 9th annual Hanceville Irish Festival returns Saturday, March 14th. The one-day celebration runs from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., featuring live music, food vendors, arts and crafts, and family-friendly fun throughout the downtown area. Organizers say the festival has continued to grow each year, drawing visitors from across Cullman County and neighboring areas. Vendor applications are now open for the 2026 festival with a deadline of March 7th. Spaces are first come, first served, and vendors should plan to bring their own tents, tables, and displays. Sponsorships are also available, with sponsors needing to register by March 1st to be included on the official banner. More information is available on Facebook at Hanceville Irish Fest. The Cullman Commission on Aging is inviting adults 55 and older to hop over to the Cullman County Ag Center for an Easter egg hunt on Wednesday, March 25th. The event runs from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. with doors opening at 10:30. Organizers say the morning will include an egg hunt, prize eggs, and lunch for participants. A grand prize egg will be provided by Chairman Jeff Clemens, and multiple prize eggs are being sponsored by First Federal Mortgage. The hunt will be held at the Cullman County Ag Center at 17645 U.S. Highway 31 in Cullman. Attendees are encouraged to bring a basket and get ready for candy, prizes, and a fun time with friends. The Link of Cullman County is still taking sign-ups for its first ever mini photo shoot fundraiser set for Saturday and Sunday, March 7th and 8th. Organizers say proceeds will support the Link's Family Foundations and Personal Pathways programs. Sessions will be held at Cullman Photo and Company in downtown Cullman with photographer Jay Betts on site. Mini shoots are $100, last about 10 minutes, and include 10 edited images. Participants can choose an Easter-themed set or a spring-inspired look. Spots are limited, and registration is available online through the Link of Cullman County's Facebook page. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Linda Myrick Stewart, 77, of Cullman, passed away Tuesday, February 10th. A celebration of life visitation will be Saturday, February 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Decatur Heritage Funeral Home. Wesley Gene Yeager, 46, of Cullman, passed away Saturday, February 14th. He will lie in state today from noon to 2 p.m. at Decatur Heritage Funeral Home, with funeral service following at 2 p.m. Burial will be at Concord Cemetery. Visitation was yesterday. Margaret Merrill Gorham, 76, of Cullman, passed away Sunday, February 15th. Graveside service will be Friday, February 20th at 2 p.m. at Welty Cemetery. Sandra Sloan, 79, of Cullman, passed away Tuesday, February 17th. Visitation will be Sunday, February 22nd from 1 to 2 p.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home, with a celebration of life service following at 2 p.m. Juanita Jackson, 84, of Hanceville, passed away Friday, February 13th. Visitation will be Friday, February 20th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Hanceville Funeral Home. Funeral service will be Saturday, February 21st at 1 p.m. at Pleasant Grove United Methodist Church, with burial following at Colony Cemetery. Sue Rice Evans, 87, of Hanceville, passed away Sunday, February 15th. Visitation will be Thursday, February 19th from noon to 2 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home, with funeral service following at 2 p.m. Burial will be at Union Hill Cemetery. Terry Ann Wicks, 63, passed away Monday, February 16th. A memorial service will be Saturday, February 21st at 2 p.m. at Bethlehem Methodist Church. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today stays mostly cloudy with a high near 70. We'll have a light south-southwest breeze at 5 to 10 miles an hour with a few gusts up to around 20. Tonight, clouds stick around. There's a 20% chance of a shower after midnight and will drop to about 58. Thursday turns a bit warmer, partly sunny with a high near 76. And there's still a 20% chance of a shower, mainly afternoon. Thursday night is when things get a little more active. Showers become likely, and we could see a thunderstorm late, especially after midnight. The low will be around 57 with rain chances up to 80%. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.